This is a quick overview of some work we did for a local company called Cascade Employers Association. The interesting thing about them is they're a membership organization, so they offer primarily HR services to companies who don't have HR departments or use them to supplement their HR departments. So they have legal support, they do handbooks, they do all these other things. So there are other organizations out there that do the similar kinds of things that they do. This is their old materials, helping employers manage and develop an outstanding workforce. And as you can see, the cover of the brochure, they list the stuff. We do human resources consulting, workshops and training programs, employment law, compensation and benefit surveys, and so on. They do great stuff. Their members love them. Their problem, they wanted to grow and nobody knew who they were. Number one, kind of generic name. There's a lot of Cascades in this area. And number two, it was all about, well, these guys over here do handbooks too. Why should I come to you? Or why should I join you when I can get that from these other people? Or I need to hire an attorney rather than use your attorney because you guys have just basic attorneys. I need the employment attorneys or whatever it might be. So the challenge was they were kind of the best kept secret, and they didn't want to be the best kept secret anymore. So we took a look at what was it that made them different and special, and a lot of it came to how they related to their members and how they worked with them. And they also decided that from their point of view, they really wanted members who were going to be the kind of people who really wanted to grow a great company by being great employers. And that was really important to them because it meant that they weren't just going to have somebody who came in and asked for one service, do my handbook, and then went away. They really wanted people that were going to take advantage of their training, ongoing consulting, reviews, all the things that they offered to help grow a really strong workforce. So we worked through what we call a messaging hierarchy here, where we created the brand promise at the top, Cascade Employers Association, unsurpassed resources for great employers. Succinct, to the point, says you can't get it better than anybody else, and if you want to be a great employer, you need to come to us. So there's a twofold message there. We then create what we call the positioning statement, value proposition, value description, and then key messages. So the key messages, three main things that we want people to know about them: brain trust of knowledge, collaborative services, and engaging personality. So it became about the resources that were there, about how they work with people, and basically how they work with people, collaborative and engaging personality. Within that, we have specific messages, practical down-to-earth knowledge and insight in human resource management, etc. So this is actually an internal document that they use, but this becomes the platform for their messaging that carries through onto everything else. So from there, we created, these are 3 pull-up banners that work in a booth. So we created these strong messages that really focus, again, not the stuff that they do, but the way they deliver their services, the way they interact. Deliver. Our team's strategic approach inspires your team's confidence and credibility. Answers. Down-to-earth knowledge and insight in human resource management. So you get what the category is, but it's not about handbooks, it's not about training, it's not about all these other pieces. We also created a whole set of new business cards for them. This was really important because they didn't have the budget to redo everything. So we looked at what were the leverage points that were going to help them really communicate these new messages. Putting cards in the hands of the staff that interact with all the members became really important so the staff could embrace the whole concept and the messaging too. We created a series of business cards. The brown pieces are the backs. There were 12 different messages, so everybody received a set of cards that had different messages on it. The front was their basic information. So engage, never stuffy, always practical, completely reliable. Grow, we work with employers to train, develop, and grow their people. This gave them the opening to have a conversation with whoever received the business card about here's who we are, and here's what we have to offer, and here's how we work. It stood out, it was unexpected, it's worked really well to bring everybody together to really understand who are we, and they're proud of being able to say, wow, we do unsurpassed resources for great employers. We're not just an HR resource management company. So it was really important for them to kind of understand that and to get behind that. We also carried that through into the website, and we did what we call a reskin. This was still the same structure of the website. We'd updated the colors and some of the applications, and we made sure that each top-level section had new copy on the top that tied into that messaging, that spoke in terms of how we work with you, not here's the stuff that we do. What's the value of membership? Why is that important to you? And the little messages became little rotating pieces up in the upper corner too.